Most people will hate me for saying this, but the dating market in 2025 is actually easier than it's ever been before. Meeting beautiful women has never been easier than it is today, which might sound crazy for me to say, given that we're in a full-blown male loneliness epidemic, where over 63% of young men under 30 are single. Over 61% of men said that they were lonely when it comes to the relationships with the opposite sex. And you might be wondering why I'm saying that meeting beautiful women has never been easier. But by the end of this video, everything will make sense. If you're not seeing the kind of results that you want in your dating or social life, I think I know why that is. And more importantly, I know how you and I can transform your dating and social life together in the next 90 days. And when I say transform your dating life, I don't just mean get you to the point where you're not embarrassed to talk about it. I'm talking about real abundance. Having 8s, 9s, and 10s in your proximity constantly and putting the ball back in your court where you're deciding which ones you want to pursue. See, the dating world is a cruel one to the bottom 80% of men, but the top 20% absolutely love it. The top 20% of men have access to the most beautiful, sweet, and kind girls in the world no matter where they're at. They're not begging 4s, 5s, and 6s to go grab a drink with them every weekend or posting up at bars trying to muster up the courage to approach someone. They're not swiping on apps for hours a day and getting 3 matches a week if they're lucky. They're not constantly sliding into girls' DMs and getting left on delivered 99 times out of 100. They've actually figured out the dating world and gotten to the point that every man desires, whether they want to admit it or not. They have a social circle curated to them where they're constantly getting introduced to the most amazing women in their cities without even trying. They have unshakable confidence and they'll approach any girl at any time without even flinching. And ultimately, they'll be the ones that end up marrying the 8s, 9s, and 10s and having the most amazing experiences up until they're married. All because they've done the work on themselves, understood how to get results in today's dating market, and ultimately unlocked abundance in their dating and social life. Again, whether you want to admit it yet or not, that's what every man truly wants. So if that's something you're interested in finding out about doing for yourself, commit to watching this fully because this video might actually be life-changing for you and result in you having true abundance in your dating and social life for maybe the first time ever. Most men have a horrible scarcity mindset around dating and they pedestalize women just because they're pretty, have a bunch of IG followers, they get invited to crazy events or whatever else you can think of. But let me give you some truth today because the truth is that you are the prize. Just like any other market, the dating marketplace has supply and demand. And the most desirable commodity on the dating market is not a hot blonde, a hot Latina, or anything. It's not even a woman. Good-looking women are a dime a dozen. Not even trying to be rude, walk down the street in Miami, LA, Las Vegas, wherever, and you'll see more good-looking women than you can even count. In 2025, the hottest commodity on the dating market is a high-value man. This doesn't mean you're famous, dashingly handsome, making millions a year, etc. It literally means if you are able to hold a decent conversation with a woman, have the time to take her out on a nice date once a week or so, and you have some ambition for your future, in 2025, you feel like if you're not a millionaire, an athlete, or an influencer, that you can't even get the kind of woman you want. It's just not true. I live in Miami, one of the most competitive places in the world from a dating perspective, and I'm talking to dozens and dozens of girls every month. And I can confidently say most of the 8s, 9s, 10s really just want a decent looking, well-spoken, and ambitious man. If you're not convinced that men are the hottest commodity on the dating market, let me prove it to you with another concept, the 80-20 principle. The top 20% of men get to have their choice as to which of the top 80% of women they'd like to date. And then the bottom 80% of men obsess over the bottom 20% of women, fighting for any kind of attention or affection. Maybe that's you. You know that you deserve better. You know what you actually want, but it just doesn't feel possible yet. You know what you actually want, and the woman you're engaging with, if you're honest with yourself, are not what you actually want. It's just you don't know if you're actually capable of getting the kind of woman you actually want yet. The answer is that as a man, you build your value, and the way to move up the dating ladder is always self-improvement, and that's a process. But the fact that you're on this page, you're looking to go down your self-improvement journey, and you're looking to level up, says a lot about you. Just off of that alone, I'd be willing to bet that you're well on your way to becoming the prize in the dating market. Most men won't even click on a page like this because they've either given up on dating or just had decided in their head that they're not capable of getting the kind of woman they want. And they've just sadly accepted that. Most men have this imaginary curse they put on themselves where they already had decided in their head that they are not desirable and they deserve a bottom 20% woman. So then they relentlessly chase around 4s and 5s and strike out because, like I said before, 80% of men are fighting over those bottom 20% of women. That means for every one woman in the category, they have 4 or 5 men on average relentlessly pursuing them. A 2023 study found that women receive 5 times more matches than men on dating apps, making competition among men higher, which illustrates this point perfectly. You know how people say the less attractive girls are, the hardest to get? This is why. Because all the men who have limiting beliefs and think that's the best they can do go after them, which is almost all the men. And they won't even approach them in person. They'll only go after them on a dating app, and their dating apps are set up horribly. So these girls get so much attention, but the 8s, 9s, and 10s never do, because nobody has the confidence to actually approach them, especially not in person. Almost all men have silently disqualified themselves from being worthy of getting one of these girls. So they don't even approach, but that's the whole opportunity. Nobody is going after the actually high quality girls. And again, especially not in person. Trust me, I know this because I talk to these girls on a daily basis, hundreds of times over. All of those wifey material girls are actively looking for you. You enter the top 20% of the dating market and everything flips. You get access to an abundance of high quality women. You get to choose which ones you actually want to pursue. The ball is in your court, and you become the prize. And like I said, just because you're on this page watching this, I know the kind of person it takes to swallow their pride and actually go down the self-improvement journey. So I know you're well on your way. I was referencing before. Men decide in their heads that they don't deserve the attractive, feminine, wifey material woman, aka the 8s, 9s, and 10s, and then they act accordingly. Their actions, the way they approach women, or lack of women they approach, the places they go, are all a result of the subconscious decision they've made to sit on the sidelines when it comes to pursuing high-value women. They rather sit on the sidelines and either approach nobody or approach girls they know they don't actually want, rather than working on themselves and actually becoming the kind of man that deserves an amazing woman. You know how people say dating is a numbers game? This is true, and most men do like 3 reps per year, and they'll approach 3 girls that aren't even close to what they actually want. The honest truth is that most guys, for some reason, don't even try, and for some reason, they're completely fine with not trying. And guys will almost brag about it. Oh, I don't even care about girls. Oh, I'm not even trying. Imagine being 30, 40, 50 years old and still being single because you could never muster up the courage to approach a girl when you were in your prime. Because let's be real, men today are far more lonely and committing to women far less than our fathers and far, far less than our grandfathers. And with how this trend is going, I see the male loneliness epidemic only getting worse in the next 10 years. Imagine the regret you'll feel that you never worked on yourself and took your self-improvement seriously in the past, and you're permanently single. Spend the rest of your life with a woman you don't truly even want. I don't know about you, but that stuff is what scared me enough to put a massive emphasis on my self-improvement. And it's the best thing I've ever done. Whether you want to admit it or not, having beautiful women around you is one of the best parts of life. Having a ride or die woman who you adore by your side for all those beautiful moments you guys make together, that's one of the most worthwhile things in life. And now I get to experience that only because I put in the work on myself and made my dating and social life a priority. 2023 studies 45% of men aged 18 to 25 have never approached a woman in person. Think about how insane that is. It's no surprise that over 60% of young men are single. And honestly, most of them have just given up on dating as a whole. The truth is that the bar has never been lower. It's never been easier to become a top option in the dating market. Getting approached in person, getting taken on a date, getting flowers, these are all rare things for girls now. But for you and I, this is a great thing. The same 2023 study also revealed that 74% of women aged 25 and under express a strong desire to be approached more often. Here's the point. In 2025, if you're even trying to do your best and apply yourself in your dating life, approach a girl in person every once in a while, or even just clean up your dating apps and social media. The whole world becomes your oyster, and you can basically choose whatever girl you want. But now let's talk about how are we actually going to go about doing this? What does the process of becoming a top option in the dating market actually look like? Well, nowadays, there's a few ways to do this. Some people focus on dating apps and use that as their main way of going on dates. And then some guys are more old school and just want to go out to bars, clubs, or restaurants and focus more on in-person approaching. The truth is, there's no right answer, and you should lean into whichever method of meeting girls that makes the most sense in your life. Example, if you're a busy professional, maybe you allocate 15 to 20 minutes a day to dating apps because that's an efficient way to meet a high quantity of girls, and then on the weekends you'll take them out on dates. Or if you're younger and you have more time but less money, you focus on just social media and dating app because you don't want to be going out constantly. Either way, my point is that the modern man who actually excels in the dating marketplace can do it all at least a decent level. They have a solid social media profile. They're comfortable approaching a cute girl on the street when they see one. They're dressed well, they're in decent shape, etc. The modern man has a well-balanced approach that allows them to meet girls online, in person, from their social circle, at the gym, etc. Dating is a numbers game, and you need to be well-rounded to actually see success. Even if you are really good at approaching in person, but your social media is terrible, that's the lasting impression you'll give a girl when she goes back to look at your profile, and that can be a turnoff. Or if you're really good on dating apps, but you don't know how to actually plan a romantic first date and keep things moving in the right direction with a girl, it won't work out for you. My whole point is that the modern man who has an abundance of options is very confident and has an amazing dating life, has all of his bases covered. It doesn't mean you have to be the best at cold approaching or have thousands of followers or have the best dating app profiles or be super shredded or be 6'2". It just means you have to be at a 6 out of 10 across the board in everything that matters. Legitimately, if you have a decent Instagram, you can approach a girl without flinching and you're dressed and groomed well. That's the beauty of being a man. You can reinvent yourself at any time in a moment's notice. For the most part, women are kind of born the way they are. They're either blessed with looks or they're not. But men have the opportunity to decide at any point. It could be today. I'm taking this seriously, I'm leveling up, and I'm going to make massive changes starting today. And a few months later, you can become an entirely different man. I've learned this firsthand once you actually apply yourself. Present yourself well on social media. Get in decent shape. Groom yourself properly. Learn how to become well-spoken and witty. You stand out so much, literally just by doing the basics. The problem with most guys, and maybe this is you, is that they never actually committed to doing their best with their appearance and dating life. Your Instagram is 3 photos from high school. You've been wearing the same wardrobe of 15 pieces for 2 years now. Your Hinge looks like a disaster, and it's the only way you even try to meet girls. And you know that this stuff matters, but you do nothing about it. And then you wonder why you're not getting the results you want. I guarantee you that if you just actually committed to your self-improvement from a dating perspective and did the things that you know you should be doing, getting better pictures of yourself, going out intentionally to the kinds of places where the girls you like are going, upgrading your wardrobe, getting in the gym more often, you'd be shocked at how quickly you'd see the result. I know this to be true because I did this myself. I wasn't always him. I used to be shy, awkward, and completely unsure of myself. Picture this: braces, bad hair, no social skills. I wasn't getting attention from girls, and I definitely wasn't the confident guy you see today. Then one day I saw this YouTuber walking up to strangers, dropping ridiculous pickup lines and getting actual results. And I thought, what if I just tried? So I took action. I got a Best Buy credit card, financed a camera, and convinced my brother to help me film. I was nervous as hell. My hands were sweating, my heart was pounding, but I did it. And that moment changed everything. That day, I approached 10 girls. Some laughed, some gave me their number, some rejected me, but I realized confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. I kept at it, and I saw my confidence skyrocket. Suddenly, I was talking to girls anywhere, at the gym, at the bar, on dating apps. It all became second nature. And my dating life, it flipped overnight. I started going on dates even when I was broke. Of course, I made mistakes. I had a girlfriend who hated my videos, and we broke up, but I didn't care. I was on a mission. I started studying social skills, refining my style, and truly becoming the best version of myself. Last year, I had a really important moment personally. I was thinking hard about my future, my next moves, etc. And I've been really focusing on what I think is my purpose. Like, what am I here for specifically? What am I uniquely gifted with? And I've been told countless times that it's my confidence, my charisma, and that's what people admire most about me. And one day, it all hit me. I really believe that my purpose here on earth is to help other men find their confidence, their charisma, and help them undergo that same transformation that I did. Because ultimately, I think that's my gift. Helping men like you unlock true abundance and confidence in your life, because the truth is that almost everyone has it within them and it's possible for anyone. It's just that most people need a push. They need some accountability and they need someone guiding them to get there. Of course, the end goal for most men when it comes to confidence is not only being more confident when they look in the mirror, but also being more confident with women. So once I realized my gift, I realized that I need to help more people and I need to share this gift with more people. From that day on, I started working relentlessly on a project where I'm going to be helping men become their best selves and level up in all areas of life so that way they can unlock true abundance in their dating and social lives and true confidence in themselves. And after months of working on this, I'm excited to present to you Modern Man Bootcamp. Modern Man Bootcamp is a hands-on virtual bootcamp where over the course of 12 weeks, you and I work together to help you make years worth of progress on your self-improvement journey in just 3 months. MMB is going to change thousands of men's lives and I want you to be part of it. Quickly, I just want to talk about the details of MMB and exactly what goes into it. Modern Man Bootcamp isn't just a dating bootcamp or just a self-improvement bootcamp or just a social life bootcamp. It's all of those and everything in between. This bootcamp is going to be transformational for thousands of men when it comes to improving your mindset, physique, style, dating life, social media, and so much more. First, as soon as you're admitted, we have you fill out an extensive MMB plan of action roadmap so we can get a feel for everything going on in your dating and social life. Me and my team personally review every single one of these and give you attention personally. We use this roadmap to come up with a bespoke plan of action for you specifically. We'll give you a tailor-made social media plan of action where we help you curate your profiles and make them attractive without you having to do anything weird or feel like you're posting cringy stuff. Audit of your dating apps if you're using them so that way you can get more high quality matches without spending hours per day swiping. Shopping list, where we'll give you specific orders of things you should be adding to your wardrobe based on your age, style, and budget, and so much more that I won't reveal just yet. I want to emphasize that this bootcamp is an experience tailored to you. We care about you and your success, and we will do literally anything in our power to ensure that you see massive results after going through it and unlock your dream life and abundance with your dating and social life. Now, as for the actual weekly content, in week 1, we go all in on mindset. We're going to help you completely kill any limiting beliefs you have about dating, help you get over your approach anxiety, and help you really understand that you are capable of attracting your dream girls and your dream life ultimately. In week 2, we cover non-negotiables, basically helping you build a better baseline in all areas of your life, health-wise, mentally, daily habits, etc. In week 3, we talk all about cold approach. I know this might be scary for some of you, but I promise that if you actually commit to having an open mind about it, but by the end of this bootcamp, you'll be able to actually approach 9s and 10s without even thinking about it and turn those approaches into amazing dates. In week 4, we revamp your social media presence. Again, we're not trying to turn you into some aesthetic IG influencer. We're just helping you establish a social media presence good enough to where it works in your favor instead of against you, because it is important whether you want to admit it or not. In week 5, we focus on dating apps. This is a big one because so many people waste so much time on it without properly understanding what will get them success. The goal here is that you use your dating apps as a tool to constantly match with dozens of high quality women a month without wasting all day on it. But it's not the only way you're meeting women. You want to have multiple ways of meeting women and not just hide behind your screen all day because it's less scary. In week 6, we cover style and your wardrobe. Again, another one that most guys neglect, but it's really not that hard and it makes a massive difference with women and the way you carry yourself. I'll cover everything you need to know to help you level up your wardrobe without making it a chore, without breaking the bank. In week 7, I'll cover fitness and nutrition. Again, the way you see yourself in the mirror is a huge part of confidence you have with dating. So this is massively important, and I'll show you all the ways that I stay in shape without spending hours in the gym, obsessing over tracking calories, and still being able to live my life. In week 8, we talk about how you can consistently have amazing first dates with women. Dates that don't break the bank, but still have girls seeing a future with you by the time you're an hour in. In week 9, we cover everything when it comes to looks maxing, grooming, and just looking your best on a consistent basis, all while spending less than 20 minutes a day keeping yourself looking proper. In week 10, we cover social life outside of dating, which is another massive thing that will just make your quality of life so much better. We talk about building a high-level group of friends, how I'm able to have amazing experiences every time I travel, and what it takes to basically become a local celebrity in your town or city. Weeks 11 and 12 are a bit more advanced, but we cover basically the evolution of how you become even better with your approaches, your charisma, how to actually decide if a girl is wifey material, how to date actual models, and things like that. I saw an opportunity to do something here that I've never seen anyone else do. Obviously, my perspective here is valid with my experience and what I've learned. But at the end of the day, most of this is being done with the intention of dating higher quality women. So how dumb would it be to not have a woman guiding you too? I brought in a female coach, someone I trust, and a good friend I've made in Miami, Isabella. Isabella is going to have her own sections of content, her own coaching calls, and her own expertise that she'll share with each of you inside MMB. Because at the end of the day, the people who know what girls want the most are girls. So this is like a cheat code to being able to understand exactly what girls want and what they don't. So that way you see the best results in your dating and social life. On top of the 12 weeks of exclusive content from Isabella and I, here's everything else you're getting if you're admitted. Full MMB plan of action audit done by Isabella and I. This will be a full in-depth video that we both shoot about you and your current situation coming into the bootcamp, and then a tailored plan of action to help you see massive results in just 90 days. This will be in addition to the personalized shopping list, social media plan of action, dating apps audit, personalized fitness and nutrition plan, and overall a strategy for helping you see a massive transformation in record time. You'll get access to 2 live coaching calls every week, one with me and one with Isabella. These will be all access calls where we come prepared with a topic, but we'll stay on as long as we need to help you with wherever you're at. You can ask us about your current dates you're going on, help you might need with social media, dating apps, cold approaching, anything for you 1000%, and we are here to ensure you see results. You'll get 24/7 access to Isabella and I via DM for anything you need throughout the week outside of the calls. You'll get access to our private community of other like-minded, high-value men looking to level up in all areas of life as well. This will end up being massive for accountability, helping you meet other high-quality people and having connections with people who are ambitious and are ultimately action takers. You'll get priority access to any and all in-person events that we host, and you'll get VIP access to all of those at cost. And you'll get lifetime access for any new content we release completely free of charge. I know I just threw a lot of information at you guys, but here's the point. Most of you have never actually committed to improving when it comes to your dating skills and value in the dating marketplace. Like I said earlier, most men have a social media presence that actively works against them. They don't approach girls. They don't consistently meet new girls. They don't dress well. They don't focus on their fitness. And then they wonder why they don't get any results with women. I don't care about what's holding you back. Maybe it's an ex or a girl from way back. Maybe it's limiting beliefs about your confidence that you've developed when you were younger. Maybe it's just the fact that you've never actually gotten a 9 or a 10, so you just don't think you're worth it. It's all fake. It's all made up. The truth is that in this life, there are no rules and you're capable of anything. But the catch is you have to actually put in the work. And some of you will think it's cringy to invest in something like this and force yourself to level up. And this bootcamp isn't meant for you then. MMB is meant for men who are serious about themselves. You're serious about your self-development, and ultimately you're serious about your future. Because the woman you end up with is a massive part of the rest of your life, and you choose to finally commit to leveling up today and becoming someone who deserves an amazing woman. It's a decision that will reward you for the rest of your life. If you're still watching this video, I have a genuine question for you. After everything we just went over, if you committed to this bootcamp for the next 12 weeks, do you think there's a world where you're not in a massively better position to attract your dream girls and unlock real abundance in your social and dating life? Absolutely not. Again, over these 12 weeks, we cover all the bases when it comes to becoming an amazing option in the dating market. And there's absolutely zero chance that you don't come out of the 12 weeks having unshakable confidence, more charisma than ever before, and a newfound perspective that proves to you that you are the prize in this dating world. I don't care how long you've struggled with dating. Things can change fast as long as you allow them to. I've seen guys who struggle with confidence and dating for years do a complete 180 in just a couple months. After all, it's all in your control. There's no reason why you physically couldn't do that. All of your excuses are made up and in your head. Your height isn't what's holding you back. Your race isn't what's holding you back. And what your ex did to you isn't holding you back. You're holding yourself back. When you finally have someone who's mentoring you in this area of your life and forcing you to make progress, that's when the real magic happens. Which is why I feel confident in saying I can guarantee that over the next 3 months working together, you'll make more progress working with me than in 3 years on your own. And let me talk about why. MMB is not free and nor is it cheap, but it's done on purpose. If I made it too cheap, I'd have thousands of people trying to join and I wouldn't be able to make enough time for each of you. When you actually invest in yourself for the first time in your life, maybe you're finally going to have some skin in the game, which means you're actually going to take action on leveling yourself up from a dating perspective. The whole point of MMB is that it's a sprint to help you make a massive transformation in the next 90 days, because for the first time, you actually commit to making this a priority. And you have an expert guiding you and keeping you accountable every step of the way. I'm so confident in our process that I'll even put my money where my mouth is. We have a 100% money back guarantee that if you enroll in MMB, participate in all 12 weeks, if at the end of the 12 weeks, you're still not happy with your results and you think it was just a waste of time, we'll refund you 100%, no questions asked. That's how confident I am in my ability to help you see massive change in your dating life and confidence, even if you don't think it's possible for you. I believe in you. You stayed through this much of the video, so I know you're serious and I know that this is something you're considering. But let's talk about why you'd be hesitated. To me, there's only 2 possible reasons why you wouldn't be at least giving yourself a chance and applying for MMB. I know that you're already admitting that you have room to grow in your dating and social life, because if you weren't, you wouldn't even be on this page and you certainly wouldn't be this far into the video. So I know you understand the vision. You understand that there's a world where you have true abundance in your dating life, where you have multiple 8s, 9s, and 10s that genuinely are interested in you, and you're going on multiple dates with them on a weekly basis, and you finally feel confident and in control of your dating life. I know you know it's possible, but the 2 reasons why you wouldn't have applied yet, to me at least, are 1, you don't believe this is something worth investing in. 2, you don't think that this bootcamp will actually get you results. First off, let's tackle the first one. Some people will think that investing in something like this is unnecessary or maybe even kind of weird. But all of my clients understand this one simple thing. They have a desire to get better at dating, become a better option in the dating marketplace, and get access to a higher quality of women. And they know that doing it on their own is a lonely and sometimes uncomfortable process that takes a long time, a lot of trial and error, and a lot of rejection. Distraction from things that actually matter, like progressing in their career or business. So that's why they would be willing to invest in something like this, because they understand that having me as an expert in the space, having Isabella for support, and ultimately having a 12-week structure where we are keeping you accountable and basically forcing you to actually make the changes you know you need to make. They understand that the bootcamp is the way to make massive progress fast. If your dating life, your future with women, and your confidence is a priority for you, it should be for literally any straight male. Then applying to MMB is simply showing yourself that you're willing to take action to get to your goals in these areas in record time. Again, we have a guarantee. I've told you about all the extensive hands-on coaching that you're going to get inside of MMB, and you're still here. Do me a favor and just give yourself a chance and apply. See what happens when you actually put focus onto yourself and your dating skills, and watch how quickly your entire view of dating changes and how quickly you get results. Second, you're sold on the idea that you need help with your dating skills. You're willing to invest, but you just aren't sure if this bootcamp will actually get you results. Let me ask you this. After everything I've told you in this video, do you really think you're going to get more progress in the next 90 days alone? You might get a slight boost of motivation after watching this video and make a small commitment to improving your social media, approaching more girls, fixing your wardrobe, whatever. But you and I both know that life happens. You get things thrown at you at work, at school, in your business, whatever. And before you know it, 3 months have passed. You still haven't made the changes you needed to. And you've maybe gone on a couple dates with girls you're not really crazy about, and you slowly start to go back to your old ways for years now. So stop acting like it's magically going to happen overnight and your wife is going to come knocking on your door one night, and actually make the commitment to yourself, make the commitment to your future, and apply for MMB. I promise you, you'll look back at this decision in 90 days and it'll be one of the most important decisions you've ever made in your self-improvement journey. And you'll be texting me about how you're meeting 8s, 9s, 10s on a weekly basis and you're more confident than ever. And you'll just wish you made the commitment sooner, because you'll see how sweet life really is when you unlock true abundance in your dating and social life. With all of that being said, thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing your application come through and hopefully seeing you inside of MMB very, very soon.